Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Divine Brothers. Chase,
I got a new haircut. Took it all off.
yeah, it looks better.
Old school days.
I like it. You look more like, well, I don't know. Your hair goes curly and stuff.
Yeah, this way people will leave me alone.
It's true. Skinhead vibes.
It is good. And then some girls actually like it. Some do.
I mean,
Usually the foreign chicks.
I think it's not a bad look, you know?
I'm a good looking person.
Yeah, you like to say that, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Mm. I mean, scale of 1 to 10.
10.
You really do give
9.
yourself a 10. You give yourself a
8.
9? You give yourself an 8? Really?
Let's just stop there because I don't want to keep going down.
I'm just saying, Chase, like a part of life is having an honest evaluation of yourself.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Well, 4. I believe we're progressing in the right direction.
You believe you're a 4?
No, dude, the 4th podcast. I believe we're progressing in the right direction. You're more close to the 4.
A moment of genuine honesty slipped through. That was beautiful.
The 4th episode, you idiot. Hey, what do y'all think of our monkey? You can't really, maybe you could see him, but he's right here. He's the Bhutanese monkey. And, yeah, he's going to bring us everything that we desire.
Chaotic neutral. That guy is, I'll put it to you this way. It's important to me to please the monkey.
All right.
If I don't, I'm afraid he'll come after me in the middle of the night.
Well, I sent out the podcast to a couple of people, and they said they prefer that it would be a little more structured with topics.
Well, I know you say you had a couple. Let's tackle them.
Okay. Do you prefer it to be more serious or silly?
Silly.
Let's start with some silly. All right. Adults that refuse to eat certain foods. What do you think of this?
Well, I mean, the 21st century is definitely the century of diets, you know?
No, not the diet. Just like I don't like that.
Oh, you're not talking like vegan or vegetarian.
No.
You mean like, oh, I don't like fried food or I don't.
It's like I won't eat tomatoes. You're like, what the fuck? What?
So there's not a reason. It's just purely
I don't
based
like
on
it.
taste. What made you get to this point?
Because I've met people like this.
Who?
Well, one comes to mind. It's my old boss in Asia, who was an ex-preacher, but he was so stuck in his train of thought, like one way to live, Jesus Christ. But I remember eating with him multiple times. He's like, "Oh, I won't eat that. No,
Yeah.
I won't try that." And I'm just like, "Why? It's delicious." No, I don't want to try sushi. No, not for me. No.
Wow. I mean,
You haven't ran into people like this?
I'm trying to think. I mean, I've met a lot of dietary restriction people.
What about your mother?
What about her?
Nuts.
Yeah, about food. Like
It's
what?
like,
Like
she
what?
refuses to eat a nut.
Mushrooms.
Mushrooms too.
Yeah.
And it's just like, just try it. No, I don't like it. Last time I tried, I was 6 years old. I hated it. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Try it again.
Yeah. I mean, people get pretty dogmatic with food, you know? I mean, I've tried a couple things in Asia that were I'm one and done.
At least
Never
you
tried that
At least
again.
you tried.
Oh, totally, yeah.
Do you think it's telling of their personality?
Dogmatic?
Yeah, along those lines. Yeah.
Yeah. It means they're probably dogmatic, you know?
Why are we using dogmatic?
Well, because I think it's the perfect word.
Why?
You know? Well, dogmatic means my way or the highway. It means like you are 100% committed to your way, and you don't give a damn if anybody else tries to interject with a new perspective. You're like, fuck you. This is how it's done.
All right, fair enough.
You know? I mean, I get it. Like, people refine it's like with music, okay? I'm able to, like, listen to somebody's music for a little while, you know, especially if, like, you're getting high or whatever. But eventually, if we're not on the same page, if it's too fucking different, I'm going to be like, all right, let me do something. Let me try something.
First date, you're out with somebody, and they refuse. Like, you go somewhere, and they refuse to eat something that almost everybody eats. Like, no, I don't like it. They don't give you a reason.
Mm.
Is it a sign to cut them loose?
Well, there's that famous Joey Diaz bit where he talks about, like, you know, if you're having buffalo wings and they give you ranch with it, he's like, I walk out of the fucking restaurant. You know?
Why?
Because he says it's supposed to be with blue cheese, motherfucker. Blue cheese.
Well, yeah, I mean,
you know, like,
they're both good. I'd stick it in it, whatever. Yeah.
I mean, like, I appreciate people who have principle. You know what I mean? Like, they feel like insulted if you're fucking up their food. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, for example,
That's a little different.
Well, I mean, but it's similar in the same. Like,
It's understandable. I can relate to it more.
like,
There's a reason.
I've had a lot of shitty burgers in my life.
Yeah,
Like, people fuck up a burger.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And it's the sort of thing where I want to be like, you know what? This is like a little terrible. You've overdone this burger, or there's too much bun, or you've stacked it way too fucking high with all kinds of crazy veggies and shit. And I just want to be like, you fucked it up. It's a burger. It should be easy, and you fucked it up. You tried to be too fancy. And, like, I think it's important to say, it's like that Leon line where Leon from Curb Your Enthusiasm, where he's at the coffee shop and they're like, you know, he's like, you guys got Danishes? And he's like, no, we don't got Danish. You fucking up.
You got to admire that honesty.
You know, I mean, I think that's something. I'm not going to judge a motherfucker for saying, like, no, I don't eat egg whites.
Well,
you know?
leads to another topic, is just you try something, which I can respect. You try it, but you dislike it.
Be honest.
Be honest about
Totally.
it.
Totally. In Asia, are you kidding? You know how many things I've been forced to eat in Asia?
They force you to eat shit.
Oh,
in Asia.
yeah. And I tell them, I'm like, this is, no, never again. Sorry, not for me. This is some white person voodoo shit right here. Like, I can't eat this stuff, you know?
Yeah.
I've had some rotten shrimp in Vietnam. Have you ever had the rotten shrimp?
I've had some nasty ass food in Vietnam.
Dude, like, I went to the
Snails.
shells. I had the snails. I've had the, like, and I mean, like, we're not talking like escargot. I mean, like, fucking big, like,
Yeah, they found it in the
like,
backyard and then threw it
yeah.
on the grill.
yeah. I'll eat anything, man, you know, but dude, I think part of trying something is an assumption of honesty where you're like, all right, I'll be real with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I've let that go one too many times in my life.
Seriously?
I've smiled and put on the, oh, yeah, it was pretty good.
It must have been like a professional setting. Like
Yeah,
with a
I didn't
boss or
want to hurt
something.
someone's feelings or some shit like that. You know, it sucks.
I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've been in those scenarios where, like, I've shown somebody something that I love. I'll give you a great example. Buffalo Rock. I have Buffalo Rock is a, like, Alabama soft drink. It's a ginger ale, but it's
Southern Spice ginger ale. It kicks you in the fucking teeth.
from the Civil War. Like, it's like tells you, like, it was used as a
If
tonic
you
by
were
the
shot and started
Confederacy.
drinking that, it would distract you from the pain.
Dude, it's pretty intense.
You're like, fuck, what the fuck?
It is intense. It's really intense. But, like, our family has, like, this acquired taste for it.
Well, because it was always in the refrigerator at our grandma's house. Like, you get in there, there's 12 cans of it. You're like, all right, I guess I got to drink this.
But why did we love it? I
I
love
love it because of the can.
The
It's
can's
a yellow
cool.
can. It's
Yeah.
so cool. It's like the old Coors can. It's
Right.
just cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I love the taste.
I've learned to like the taste.
Dude, so I have introduced Buffalo, like, telling people, like, this is my, like, childhood right
Yeah,
here.
but you know they're not going to. Most people don't like it.
Oh, man, I've never had a single person like
But
it. They're always like, oh, it's awful. What the fuck?
Because they go in taking a huge swig like it's a Coke, and that is a sip and drink.
Can you imagine, like, being forced to chug one of those? That could be, like, torture or something.
Oh, you wouldn't make it.
Oh, my God. Yeah. I
Wait.
fucking love that stuff.
Wait, now hang on. If you're on this date with this person and they're picky motherfuckers
Mm.
and they won't try something, like mom with fucking sushi.
Yeah.
I only want a California roll. I'm like, try it. Just try it. Like I start pushing it in her mouth and she spits it out.
She spits it out?
That's how frustrated we get. I like try to shove it in her mouth in the West restaurant and it doesn't work.
Oh, my God.
Do you leave them? I leave them. I'll be like, ah, yeah, we had fun now.
I think, so I think,
I wouldn't do a second date.
like, let's say you meet somebody and they refuse to try some food, even if you give it your full endorsement. That shows, number one, trust issues, and number two, they've got a severe case of that dogmatic stuff.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay, so a relationship with the dogmatic person. You know where they're just like, that's it. No. done.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's okay. So what about the opposite? Like two people who are, what do you want to do?
Oh,
What
my
do you wanna
God.
do? What do you want to do? I
Or-
don't know. You know?
Someone's so fucking open, they let any little flutter of a thought go through their mind, and they're just like, they just run with it.
Yeah.
Some of these crazy psychic bitches on this island
Ugh.
claim to be.
Ugh.
Yeah. So you got to have a bit of both, right?
Yeah.
That yin and yang, baby.
Yeah.
What were we talking about to begin this conversation?
We were talking about food.
Oh, yeah. Well, I got to stop that. Man, what am I doing? It's talking about relationships and shit.
No, I mean, but you know what? Like we've talked a lot about this, about how we sort of flow with the conversation and stuff. I feel like each conversation leads to something else.
I
you
think
know?
people have lost this ability is when you start talking about something and you get away from it, they don't know what to do.
Oh yeah.
They're like,
Wait, we were back there.
oh.
Yeah.
And the rambling nowadays. I don't understand the rambling. Like people ramble just ungodly amounts. It's
Give me an example.
everybody, anywhere. The girls that I work with, I get them on certain topics. Hey.
Mm.
You know, it's just like people like to talk, man.
Oh yeah. I mean, and I'm happy to listen most of the time.
Very rarely am I getting questions thrown at me.
That is exceptionally rare.
Rare.
I am the questioner. That's like how it always is.
What the fuck happened?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think we live in an individualistic society, which means it's all about you.
It should be all about me. You're right.
I mean, that's why like America is so fucked with the coronavirus, you know, because everybody's just like, yeah, fuck you. I got shit to do, you know. What do you mean I can't go to the beach? Fuck you. I can't go work out? Nah, fuck you. We'll do CrossFit together, you know, in a place over here or something like that. Like, it's just, it goes against what it means to be an American.
Well, it shows the easiest way to destroy us. I'll definitely say that.
Yeah.
Just put a little fucking virus through, and you know we're going to keep congregating. We'll keep doing it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's going to get bad. Really, really bad.
Oh, well.
Oh, well.
Oh, well. Here it
Another
comes.
American attitude. Oh, well.
That's fine. That's more time for us to do this. That's fine
Yeah.
with me.
Good
And like I
point.
said, if I'm going to be locked up, picked a good place to get locked up.
Amen to that.
Amen to that.
All right, what other topics you got, man?
Keep it silly.
Yeah, definitely keep it silly.
I'm not sure which silliness to pick. All right. Would you blow off someone because of their name?
No.
So, our uncle Schumann,
Mm.
I can't remember if it was Gretchen or Bertha, but he was with he was with a girl on a date, and that was the name. Maybe it was Bertha.
Bertha.
He said he went on the date afterwards. He's like, I liked her. She was hot, but I couldn't do it. I can't. I kept trying to call her something else, and she got mad. And
What about you? Could you do like a
could we bring a friend into the circle that was named Frank?
Yeah.
You could.
Yeah.
I would. You know what I would constantly be doing? Hey,
Give him a
man,
nickname.
Yeah, like let's call you Frankie or Frankenstein or let's. What's your middle name?
I call him Victor Frankl, you know?
Yeah, Vic. Yeah, we would put it like that. We would
Yeah.
change it, but
Yeah.
I don't think we'd call him Frank.
Mm,
I wouldn't.
no. But yeah, you know, like in Asia, I've dealt with so many weird fucking names. Like, what about Nuh?
She still got mad. She goes, "You still can't say my fucking name." And I go, "It's NHU. It's NHU. I know how to spell it."
Let's spend one moment on this girl. All right. So the Nuh was a personal trainer in Vietnam, and like so I have periods in my life where I just go between like muscle and fat. You know, this is the cycle of Dean. Fat.
You're in a
muscle.
fat one right now.
I am. I fully embrace that. But I came to Vietnam. I was fat as fuck, and Chase was just, you going to the gym? It was like the first place you took me in Vietnam.
It's a great
know?
gym.
And he's like, I know a personal trainer. And he was like, she's fucking beautiful. She's fucking beautiful.
She was sexy.
Yeah. I mean, like, your type of girl.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
And she was, but she just wanted nothing to do with Chase.
Well,
you
she had a
know?
boyfriend.
She had a boyfriend, but, and like, you trained with her.
We got along. We got along pretty decently.
I don't know.
She was a shit talker, man.
Oh, she was the ultimate shit talker.
She was a shit talker.
So anyways, like, you know, I pulled the gay card immediately because I like signed up for some training sessions with her and stuff. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm Chase's brother. I'm the gay one and stuff. And she's like, oh my God, you know, and like started telling me everything about her life and stuff like that. And, you know, just like, your brother, he always flirts with me. He thinks he can have it.
No, I'd never say that's not true, bro. That's not true.
But she was like hardcore. She taught me something about, she you know what she said? She said, if you go back to America, you'll kill yourself. She said that.
She was super direct.
Oh yeah.
And she was a lot younger than us too, which
Oh,
was
yeah.
she was fucking hot.
She was beautiful. Even I have to admit that.
She was sexy, man. I would
Yeah.
have loved to have fucked her. Although I was always nice to her, I'll say that.
You know what? The other great thing about that is, like, I met her boyfriend once, and you met him once, or something like that, or saw him.
We saw him at the yeah, he's
And Chase was always just like, I'm so much better looking than him.
No. Wasn't it disappointing? Wasn't he disappointing?
He had a good body.
I mean, if you're gonna run into a guy like a beautiful girl,
Yeah.
and she comes in with her boyfriend, at least you want to be like, oh, at least he's a decent looking. The dude was bald at 25.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was just patches.
But here are the things. He was successful.
No, he
Like-
wouldn't.
No, he was an engineer in Vietnam.
He wasn't an engineer.
Yeah, he was.
No, he wouldn't.
He was definitely
He was like not an engineer. You know what I mean?
okay.
It was the other type of engineer,
Well,
civil engineer or something like
the
that.
other thing is he spoke Vietnamese.
Yeah.
That's fucking big, you know?
Well, yeah. And I get his mindset. Like,
Yeah.
I'm never going to have another shot at a chick like this.
Oh, dude.
100%.
Have you ever had that opportunity?
You know what I didn't like about him? This is what I remember. Remember we met him at the Circle K or whatever we were. Remember we were at the
I think so. Yeah, we ran into both of them.
he came up and he shook my hand and goes, "Yeah, I've heard about you."
Oh.
And remember we all just three started laughing and he was like embarrassed.
He tried to be intimidating.
Yeah, we all
Just
laughed.
laughed it off.
We were like, "What? Who
Oh,
are you, man?"
man.
And he shook my hand like he squeezed it. Like
Hold on. I got a topic. I got
insecures, man.
a great topic for us.
What were we talking about to talk about this?
Oh, I don't remember. Names.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Nuh.
Okay.
Her name was Nuh.
This is a topic that I know you feel passionately about, all right? In Vietnam, there was the Family Mart egg salad sandwich.
Yeah.
Man, why was that? Because it's amazing. We fucking lived off those sandwiches, man. What was it about this? It was a gas station egg salad sandwich. Sounds disgusting. In Vietnam, no less. These were fucking amazing
in a plastic
sandwiches.
box.
In a plastic box. And dude, but they were so good.
I ate it every day.
Every day.
Every day.
It was so
Terrible.
good.
You know, I was broke in Vietnam because, well, people told me I would be making more money than I was. I was
Yeah.
broke. But you go to those fucking little, whatever they call them, Circle K's. What are they called? Family Marts.
Family Mart.
Man, I remember one day I was like, "That's an egg sandwich. All right, we'll give it a shot." Remember sitting down and eating it, just like, damn,
Yeah.
it's delicious.
Yeah.
Egg sandwiches are delicious in general, man.
But those in particular, because because after Vietnam, I was like, I'm going to make some egg salad and some egg sandwiches and shit.
Oh yeah.
You know, and I did all right, but they weren't quite right. They weren't quite that
What were they-
Family Mart,
That
way.
Family Mart quality.
They weren't, I think it may have been the bread, number one. Like they had like fucking bleach white bread in the triangle shape. But I think the other thing is you got to have just the right amount inside. You don't want to have too much,
Oh
you
yeah.
know,
Yeah.
or you don't want to have too little. It's like this perfect amount,
I remember going in there. If they didn't have egg sandwich, I was upset.
Dude, let me tell you, one of the things that there is much in Asia that the United States needs to adopt. And one of the things is they've got superior convenience stores, Like in Bangkok, you remember the 7-Elevens in Bangkok?
Oh, it's a hangout.
Next level.
Hangout, man. There's
yeah.
a room upstairs to chill. You can people watch. You can people watch sometimes downstairs by the window.
Yeah.
You can make fucking food.
Yep.
They'll cook food for you.
Yep.
You got to. It is far superior.
Bangkok's the best I've ever seen, but in China it's pretty close too.
Why do you think Bangkok's the best?
Because that was you could tell that like you said, it was a hangout spot. Like the 7-Eleven was much more than just a place to pick up a candy
I
bar.
thought Vietnam was better than Bangkok.
Really?
Yeah, because you had places to sit inside.
Did they not have that? I'm remembering this epic one in Bangkok.
Maybe
when I
they
was there
have
with you.
some, not the ones by my place.
Oh, okay. Well, in China, like I mean, like it's still like pretty damn cool, and they got the place where you could sit, and they got Wi-Fi, and
Yeah.
you know all
Yeah,
that.
it's
stuff.
a hangout, man.
And they also got like a really good snack and drink section.
All right, but would that work in America? We'd have all the fucking homeless people in there, and maybe it'd work. Yeah,
you gotta have money.
you gotta have money. Why
I
not?
mean,
It'd work.
yeah, I fucking appreciate that stuff. It's the little things in Asia, you know, that take it to the next level sometimes.
You know that thing with the trainer girl? I missed it by like 2 months.
Oh, because the guy came in.
Yeah, I got there and they were dating for 2 or 3 months.
I don't know, man.
Oh.
Let me tell you, I don't think you could take her personality.
I don't think I could either, but we would have fucked. I would have
She-
loved to have fucked her.
This girl was like a powerful personality. And let me tell you, one of the reasons she took that guy, she dominated that relationship.
Yeah,
Dominated.
yeah.
Did whatever she said. And I don't blame him. I'd probably do the same. I'd be like, "Oh, whatever you want.
No, it wouldn't have
Whatever
worked.
you want,
It
baby."
wouldn't have worked long term between us. It would have been epic fights.
Have you ever had that, though, where you've had the opportunity where you're like, oh, my God, this is the best I'm ever going to do? And you're like, you've had that conversation in your mind, like, fuck, maybe I should this is it. Just fucking commit everything to this.
Not since I was young.
Yeah.
Gina was the last one in the beginning.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's kind of like you get a little deeper in the relationship. You're like, wait a minute, even though the bitch is fucking beautiful, she's a little unstable and she ain't that great. And, you know,
Yeah.
I'm not saying she ain't that great, but you start to see flaws. And you start to see their humanity. And then you're kind of like, oh.
But nobody's perfect.
Yeah, but people do get obsessed with the exterior. Like, fuck, she's beautiful. And then they think, oh, my God, I'm never going to do any better.
Well, it can go a long way, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, like the other thing is our Uncle Schumann, he likes to talk about the triangle, okay, where you have to choose two sides of this triangle. Each one is, you know, looks, emotional stability, and intelligence. You can only choose two. You're never going to find all
It's not that you
three.
can choose two. You'll never find three. There's only going to be two.
Yeah, or they're going to be much lesser. Like it'll be a small triangle with a little bit of all three. You know what I mean? Like you might have a 6 on each side.
It's a beautiful curve. Whoever wrote that.
I mean, I get it. I do. But I will say that I think most men, it's the looks. I mean, like that's the most important corner,
100%.
you know?
100%.
Yeah. It's unbelievable how much it can motivate.
You know, it's weird, especially with the younger generation now that I see in therapy. The guys that are coming in, they're much more sensitive, soft, and they don't talk about looks.
Because they're told not to.
They like, God, she's beautiful. She's like, really? Well, I'm like, why is she beautiful? And he's like, what does she look like? He's like, oh, long hair, just this driven personality, so passionate about that. I'm like, God, he sounds like a woman
Right.
describing a woman.
I was watching an animation on YouTube the other day.
That's not how I would describe a woman.
It was a stupid animation, but it was like making fun of this guy, and he's a normal dude, and he's like walking in the park, and a beautiful woman like is running, jogging in front of him, and he's like, all he can think, don't look at her ass.
Oh my God.
Don't look at her ass. Don't
It's
be a
the first
pervert.
thing I
Don't
look
be a
at.
pervert. Don't be a pervert. And I'm just like,
Yep, that mindset has been, it's ruined.
but I mean, like, first of all, okay, I'm adequate. I mean, we're neither of us are women here, but I wonder if there was a woman here, like a beautiful fucking woman who, by the way, is probably going to dress in the sexiest possible workout clothes. Like, if you got a hot body,
man, they like to be looked at in there.
I mean, honestly, you're telling me like guys who don't like, they can't help themselves. They have to look because it's so damn good. You can't tell me you don't like that a little bit, you know?
Yeah, you gotta like it.
I mean, like I would,
And if you don't like it, you got to know it's coming. It's inevitable.
when I was 21, I was in really good shape, and I would go to the gay clubs, you know, and I could feel everyone's eyes upon me, like shirtless on the dance floor and shit.
You take your shirt off.
Oh, fuck yeah. I was cut.
That's exactly how I imagine a gay club, going in there, taking your shirt off. And,
Oh, yeah, when you're completely fucking wasted. But when
Yeah.
you're, like, young and, like, beautiful, and you feel them. You feel them upon you. And I know most, oh, that sounds gross. No, you feel like, fuck yeah, they all want me. You know what
It's
I mean?
a powerful drug right there.
Yeah.
That's powerful.
You can't tell me that a woman wouldn't revel in that, you know?
Yep. I'll tell you right now, I've never had that, but if I did, I would abuse it.
Oh,
I would
totally.
abuse the shit out of that power.
Totally.
Where's the finest shit? Right there. Bring her over here. Let's do this.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That sort of, like, you can't even imagine what it must be like, you know?
No, can't imagine.
Wow. I mean, I'm thinking of that Dave Chappelle, Rick James skit where he says he would just lick a girl right up the side of the face. Just like go up to him and
Did he really do that?
I mean, like,
He
it's
probably did.
Yeah, I mean, like, think about a celebrity, like a fucking rock star.
Yeah.
You know, I can't, dude. You could probably get away with everything.
Well, I think the initial surge would be incredible, but I could see after a while, I'd be like, all right, I just want to be alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, do you think there's such a thing as enough pussy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah.
You're saying that like yes, and I've been there.
There's only one time in my life I've been there. That's when I first got to Bangkok and I was bored in school and consumed with the Bangkok world.
Yeah.
I had 3 at once, not at the same time, but like throughout the week.
Mm.
And it was just not so much the sex, it's the logistics.
Mm.
You know what I mean? It's just like, oh, your mom's sick. Like, my mom's not sick. You're like, fuck, that was what the other girl was telling me. Like, you get them mixed up.
So much easier to be gay. Like,
Yeah.
Just, fuck that. That's so annoying.
It's 10 times. Yeah, the gay world is just refreshing when it comes to sex.
What about just
fuck a lot,
meeting
though.
people for fuck?
No.
Meeting people for sex. That's it. There's
so
no
rare.
talking.
It's
or
so
anything like that.
rare. It's so, you are privileged to have an experience like that as a man. Maybe 2 or 3 in my life.
I remember in Vietnam, what was his fucking name? I think it was Tong or Tang or something like that. And I remember he came into that apartment, like the shitty little tiny apartment that we were staying in. You were gone for some reason. And like the door came open and he just fucking ripped off his clothes and got on the table on all fours.
Oh, my God. Don't tell me that, dude. We eat on that table.
He was really good looking, though.
Stop.
I didn't fuck him there. I played with him a little, but that was it, you know? But like that idea of,
This
just
poor monkey saw that whole thing.
well, you know what? This monkey.
Maybe that's why you're scared of it. He's
is-
seen your little,
I mean,
your deviant ways.
look at those eyes.
It's the jade eye monkey, the golden jade eye monkey.
Those eyes have definitely seen some shit. He's got a lot of stuff packed into that drum. But the idea was he showed up and we got down and dirty and that was it. And then he walked out, It was good.
I had one chick in Vietnam where I had that, but it took a spiel where we almost dated. She dated a guy, they broke up, and then we hung out again. And she's like, so you just really want to be friends and fuck? I was like, yes. And she would, but it wasn't regular. It was like once or twice a month. It was nothing.
I bet you appreciated it, though.
Oh, yeah. I love that text message.
Yeah.
But it only lasted till she got a new relationship.
Mm.
Because every single time, Dean, they always like, well, maybe we should hang out tomorrow. And you're like, no, let's not.
Did she need that dick?
She grew to love the dick.
She loved the dick.
And
Loved the D.
she did, but they always hint. Like, hey, let's get a little more. Like, it's always there.
Yeah.
And it's just like, stop.
Yeah.
Like, we'll get there when we get there.
Right.
Stop bringing it fucking up every time.
Yeah.
Indirectly, too.
Oh.
All right, let's pick another topic. What was that topic?
Names.
I want to say
ages ago.
I want to say one more thing about Nuh.
Yeah.
NHU. If I was to describe her, I wouldn't go into her personality or beautiful fucking hair. She was about 5'1", 5'2". She was a short little thing.
Yep.
But she was jacked, but in the sexiest way possible.
Oh, yeah.
White skin, white, like porcelain white. And I'm not into that, but it was like cut with just little, it was beautiful muscle.
You know what? And
sexy.
just for the record, this tells you like the sort of dogmatic this girl was. She did not believe in squats. She thought squats were not necessary.
She had an ass.
She had an amazing ass, but she taught me something that I started doing, and it made a big difference. The ass squeeze, you know, like where you just squeeze your ass, like in the shower, like do it like 100 times, and like really squeeze it on the 10th, like yeah, like you're fucking, you know, like you're trying to like fucking pinch off a loaf, you know.
Jesus.
And she was like, I do that every single day, and she's like, it's all you need. I was like, all right, I'll give it a try, and it fucking worked.
She never told me that. That's great advice.
Oh yeah,
I'm
man.
gonna start doing that.
Well, I mean, like squats have always been difficult.
I hate squats.
I got a bad right knee, and the other thing is that just I don't know. I just hate them.
Yeah,
It's uncomfortable.
they're hateable.
Yeah.
Easily hateable.
Yeah. Next topic. What is it?
I was gonna say one more thing. Oh,
We keep saying we can't help ourselves.
she taught me because she was like, all right, where do you feel it in the body? I was like, I don't know.
Oh yeah, I remember this.
I couldn't tell. Like in my leg, in my right here. She's like, where right there? I'm like, I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
But she taught me to recognize shit in my body.
That's important.
Even
man.
emotions in my body.
Dude, that is something people do not do. There is
do it my
no
whole life.
in the West. There is no physical awareness of the body. You know, like in the Chinese massage. So I was really into Chinese massage and stuff like that. They would talk about that shit, like, you know, like, how's your liver feel? What? What do you mean? And I was with my friend Melody, and she was like, your liver, how's it feel? And I was like, what? You can feel your liver? Yeah, of course. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? You know, but it's because they're fucking like they train that like they're always aware.
Yeah,
of
it's
where the
meshed.
body
They're
is.
much more enmeshed with the physical and
Yeah.
the mental. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good thing.
Yeah. Okay, next topic. Finally,
Serious or silly?
silly. We're serious, and we've already caught these silly topics being serious. We've kept it very serious this entire time.
If you could fight anybody, who would you fight?
I've never fought anybody.
If there's got to be one person that you're like, that motherfucker.
Like the Fight Club question.
Yeah, I
Fight
don't know
anybody
why
in
I was on there.
history.
Yeah. I
Um,
was curious what you were gonna say. It could be anybody. It could be a historical figure.
to fight.
I got my answer.
To fight. Dude, I got nothing. I got
Okay.
nothing. Yeah.
There's this guy named Charlie Harriman.
Oh God.
Back in the day, he stole my fucking "Let Go of My Ego" shirt. It was yellow. It was like the Yoo-Hoo shirt that you fucking stole.
Mm,
The yellow one. It looked good. I loved it.
mm,
And he borrowed it one day for flag football.
yeah.
And he had the hottest fucking girlfriend that he ended up marrying. This chick was fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
Nice, sweet, blonde, southern,
Mm,
but
mm.
just sexy. And he would always get everybody else to do his dirty work for him. Hey, go talk shit to that guy, man. That guy's mouthing off. Hey, so-and-so, go say this. You know, like, never wanted to be seen as the bad guy. Always, you know, the buddy, the perfect buddy. Parents were doctors.
So you were the only one that saw the truth.
I saw the
Chase.
fucking truth.
Did anybody else see it besides you? Did Elrod see it?
Yeah, not really. He never really hung out with him.
Oh God.
That's who I'd fight.
You never liked that kid.
I would fight him for free in the cage. And if it was 5 rounds, you know how long that fight would last?
5 rounds?
5 rounds.
Yeah.
Put it on him to the last second. That's when I'd finish him. Just a slow beating, just to savor the pain of life.
George St. Pierre, that thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the way.
So you don't know.
I'm just not a violent person.
All right, I got a better question for you then.
Okay.
That brought up, you prefer pancakes or waffles?
Oh. This is an ancient argument. So I'm a firm believer in pancakes.
Over
Firm.
waffles, really?
Firm believer. I know. Waffles, I think, wins out most of the time. And I've talked about this with a lot of people, and waffles seems to be the most popular. Yeah.
This comes up for you quite often?
Well, you see, what happened was, like, my buddy Mike McDonald, buddy, I wonder where you are. I really do, because I fucking miss you. But I remember he talked about, like, in his English class back in high school, they were like, it was the biggest, we got, like, angry. Like, everyone got furious in that classroom. It was, like, a genuine, vicious debate over pancakes and waffles, you know? And I was like, what the fuck? And then I started asking people, and I realized, holy shit, this divides everybody. You can't stack waffles, okay?
Sure you can.
No, man.
You could stack like 2 of
10
them.
high? Come on.
No, not that
Come
many.
on, you know? And the other thing is, like, you know, waffles, people are like, oh, it's got a little compartment for the syrup. You don't want that much syrup, man. Like what you want is that perfect in between where you get it a little bit soaked. You know what I mean? And you still got the fluffiness of that sweet, sweet cake. And you get it that first bite into your mouth and you feel it all combined in one sweet, sweet, palatable sensation. Oh, pancakes, man.
I'm going with waffles.
Nah, you're crazy.
Waffles.
You're crazy.
Waffles, man, it's more of a bite. You know, like a Belgian waffle with some fruit and some whipped cream or something like that. It's delicious. And it's not too... See, pancakes to me get a little too runny.
You know what you sound like? You sound like a fucking European.
It's delicious.
You sound like a European.
Well, it's delicious.
You know?
Now, you can have some bomb-ass pancakes, like blueberry pancakes.
Hell yeah.
Banana pancakes.
Yes.
I mean, they're good. But, I mean, at some point, I don't want to eat any more pancakes, man. You know?
Oh,
it's
you're
too filling.
you're telling me there's a point where you're like, I can't have enough waffles?
Well, usually it's just one waffle.
See, that's the other problem. Like, one waffle's not going to do it.
Well, I like one waffle. I like a big-ass waffle, yeah.
No.
Maybe two.
See, you're already going between.
But that's the Waffle House choice. When you go to Waffle House, you get one or two.
Yeah, but there's no such thing as bottomless waffles. There's bottomless pancakes at IHOP, brother. All right.
But they ruin it because you have to get a meal first, and then the meal fills you up, so you only have one plate of pancakes. It's fucked up.
Well, it's still, you know, I've known some people who've gone in there and shut down the place. You know what I mean?
Ooh.
Just keep going and going and going. I had oh man, what was his name? This was in Lubbock. Oh, I can't. Jay was a big dude, like a big fucking dude, and we'd go to IHOP sometimes, like late at night, like super late at night. We'd be up for some reason, and he would just go through plate after plate.
Have you ever had a friend that could have been a competitive eater?
He could have been close.
He could have been.
I mean, see, here's the thing. I don't know what his level of fat ass was because he's just a fat fucking dude versus like that Kobayashi like next level stomach thing. You know what I mean? Like he could put him back. He could. But I don't know, man. I watched some of those eating competitions. They were terrifying, you know? Like those hot dog things, 4th of July, the mustard belt.
I bet I could put down 10 hot dogs. Close. I bet I could challenge that if I was fucking hungry. Oh.
Think about how many are in a pack of hot dogs?
8 or 10. 8 or 10.
You telling me you could do 8 in one sitting?
Yeah.
1, 2.
I think so.
I'm pretty sure I could do like 6 or 7.
Yeah. See, I mean, you're right there as well.
But I don't know. That's pushing it. That's pushing it right there.
You know, it's interesting living with a man that was just naturally skinny and lean.
Oh, Bruce.
Their appetites aren't as big.
Oh, yeah, man. Dude.
Crushed him in every meal. Faster, ate more. Yeah.
But you know what? Vic, our father, always forced us to eat fast. Always. It was a thing for him. What are you doing? Eat faster.
I think that's what poor people do, man. Just kind of happy to have it. You know, he grew up with that preacher, and he was just like, shit, got to eat.
I guess so.
That's where he got it from. That's what he always told me. I was like, shut up.
I made some eggs this morning. It's amazing. Like, I did the taro bread, and I toasted it, and, man, it was this great, like, mixed with the eggs. It was great. Did some tomatoes and onion and some of those roasted bell peppers. Oh.
Delicious, eh?
Good stuff.
Did you make an omelet?
No, just scrambled those motherfuckers.
Cool.
Yeah. Threw some basil on them, too.
Nice.
Yeah, and that little Cholula sauce. Sweet Jesus. It was
so
good.
I got a call from the little gay guy in Vietnam. Remember him?
No.
Guy we met at the restaurant one night. You met him. We had dinner with him.
We had dinner with? Oh, he was like a client, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thang is his name.
I really don't.
Tom. Let's call him
He
Tom.
was super young, right?
No, he's like 24.
24. Okay. I think I remember, like, he would go to the. Yes, I remember him.
Yeah. Anyway, he called me, and he was like, he was one of the ones that told me face to face. He's like, your topic, you guys just jump all over from weird. I don't know these people in your stories. And I was like, well, what topic do you want us to talk about?
Right.
And he was like, talk about straight men in the gay world.
Straight men in the gay world?
Yeah.
It's a very rare phenomenon.
Well, maybe straight men men pretending to be straight, but they're showing up at the clubs.
Yeah, that's much more likely.
I think that's what he was talking about.
Yeah. Okay. So there's
because he keeps running into married guys.
So okay. First of all, in Asia, all of them are married because there's expectations. You know, like your family says, I don't care if you're gay, you still have to get married and have kids.
God, can you imagine the woman? That poor woman. What the fuck?
Maybe it's a blessing, you know?
Why?
Because you only have to have sex once and you get money and everything like that, and you have 2 separate lives, you know?
No, they won't have separate lives, though. They just stay miserable.
But it could be a business agreement. Maybe they don't look at it as a relationship. It's purely business.
Yeah, that's true. They could do that.
Yeah. But anyways, like what I think he's talking about is like you will occasionally, there's a lot of times you find guys on Grindr or whatever who are just like, I'm just curious. I'm straight. I'm totally straight. I'm just on here. I'm curious. That's all, you know? And it's 100% bullshit. Okay. Most of the time, let me tell you, most of the time it's a role people play.
What do you mean?
I mean, like they're gay to the bone and they've been sucking dick since they were a toddler, but they put on the role of the straight guy. So I had this friend
in life, or is that what you're saying?
Online.
Online.
Like, oh, I'm just experimenting and all that sort of stuff.
What?
You know?
Really?
Oh yeah, because it's hot. It's like a role.
Oh yeah. It's
know?
a turn on.
And
okay.
But I remember there was this guy back in Lubbock. I wasn't really friends with him. He was Scott's friend, Ryan. Ryan was like a 6'3", super ultra skinny, and just fucking flaming gay boy. Flaming. I mean, just you know, like
yeah. Oh yeah.
You know, and total bitch too. But anyways, he fucking would tell people like, you know, oh yeah, I'm in a fraternity, you know, and like he'd only wear backwards hats, and he'd wear like the fraternity garb, and so like, yeah, you know, me and my frat brothers are like, we do this, and like, you're not in a fraternity. Well, no, you just haven't heard of it, you know. Like,
it's not even believable.
Exactly, but
I mean, if you're gonna play the role, why not make it believable?
Because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's just all about it turns him on, therefore he will do it. You know.
Okay, how fluid do you think sexuality is?
For women, very. For men, not so much.
What, as far as what turns you on?
Oh,
I mean, you're talking about these roles here. Like the role turns. I get that. I could get that. Like, I'm going to pretend to be straight because that's something a little different, but I'm still gay.
Right.
It's just a new role.
Right. I mean, I will say that I'm pretty fluid with that stuff. There's the stuff that really turns me on. Like, I mean, it's just like, whew, I'm gone. And then there's...
Do you think that will always turn you on like that, or do you think it'll evolve?
It's definitely evolved over the years.
Right.
Yeah, it always evolves.
It's always evolving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? But I'm pretty open-minded, too. So, like,
right.
There was a guy in China who was into, like, a little bit of that BDSM stuff, you know? Like, the 50 Shades of Grey shit, you know? Like, handcuffs and blindfolds and whips and all that sort of stuff. And I was like, well, okay, I'll try it. And eventually I got to the point after hanging with him for a couple months where I was like, all right, I can dig it, you know? It turned me on. I could get off to it, you know? Is it my ultimate? No. But I got to the point where I was like, all right, I have a healthy appreciation for this now.
Yeah. I think it can be fluid. I think you can get into things, certain things, and there's other things you can't.
Yeah.
I had a girl punch me once while she was riding me in the face.
In the face?
She punched me.
Like, what are we talking about? Like a slap?
No, like a fist.
Like
right here.
A tap or a punch?
Like, this was a pretty fucking hard punch.
What the fuck how did you react? I might lose I talked about not being a violent person, but if I get hit or punched, I have like a little flash of carnage. Like, it might just be but I've been known to like strike back or just, you know, grab or like show my strength. How did you react?
We paused. It was a long pause. And I was like,
Shocked.
Hit me ever again. I did not like it. She's like, oh, I thought you might. No. I don't like pain. Not when I'm fucking.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, that hurt.
Yeah.
I don't think I finished either. Sometimes I don't finish, but I definitely didn't finish that time. I was like, it's like, it lost its appeal for me.
That's a mood killer.
Now, there's another time, and this has been with a couple chicks, where they like to be choked. They like, fucking choke me.
I've run into that too.
And I don't care for it.
Yeah.
If they're into it, I guess, whatever. But for me, I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? Strangling you? Are
Yeah.
you serious? Like
Yep.
this? I mean, I could see how someone could get off to that. It's never going to evolve for me that way, I don't think.
There was so when you choke them, do you really choke them? Or do you just like put the hands around the neck and put some pressure? You know what I mean?
I'll put a little bit of pressure.
So there was this guy,
I'll put some pressure on it.
Joey. Fuck, Joey, I wonder where you are, buddy. He was one of the first dudes I ever fooled around with, like number 3 or something like that.
You got them all counted.
And but this was years and years ago. But anyways, I remember fooling around with him, and he liked to be choked. But I put some pressure, like hands around the neck and pressure, and he was like tighter. I was like, okay, so a little bit more. And he's like, tighter, and I was like, okay, and like he fucking like the veins were popping out the side, and he started to like change color and shit, and like he like came and stuff, and I was like, dude,
What?
yeah, and I was like, dude, I don't think I'm comfortable doing that, and he was like, no, it was so hot.
What is that? What's the Kill Bill guy's name? The one that got, you remember the one that died? The main guy?
A lot of guys die in Kill Bill.
The main character in real life.
Like the one who like had the 500.
Bill.
Yeah. The
What's
death
his-
punch.
Carradine, David Carradine.
Yeah. The Kung Fu guy.
You know how he died?
No.
Asphyxiation and they found him like hung up by the throat, like jerking off. Like
no.
that's how he died, man.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh my.
You didn't know this?
No.
He got off to that shit too, man.
Oh my God.
But he died.
That's like Elvis dying on the toilet shit.
Yeah.
Like do you know what I found out? Do you remember? So Mamas and the Papas, right?
Yeah.
You remember there was one called Mama Cass.
Yeah, the big girl.
You remember how she died?
Sandwich.
Okay, choking on a ham sandwich. You know what I found out? Total lie.
Really?
Did not happen.
How did she
Did
die?
not happen. I don't remember how she died. I think it was an OD or something. But anyways, like, that's just like because she was a fat bitch.
Oh.
And it just like naturally came up. She died choking on a ham sandwich, that fat bitch. Like, I was like, Mom told me that like years ago, like saying, yeah, she died choking
Yes,
on
I'm pretty
a ham
sure.
sandwich.
I'm pretty sure she told me that too.
Oh man, but can you believe that? Just like she was known for being a fat bitch in her life, and like that's how she went out, like a fucking. She died choking on a ham sandwich, and it was a lie. It was a lie, man.
God, I don't. Getting off to being strangled to death. I don't know, man. I don't know how you get to that point.
What's is that the worst way to die? Probably like in a humiliating situation that you've done to yourself.
I mean, you're dead.
But I mean, to be found like that,
Yeah.
like hand on your cock and fucking like there's a little pool of jizz at your feet, and and you got the look on your face.
You didn't get to delete the
like,
browser
like
history.
You die with your like coming face. You're,
Oh man.
like come on.
At least you're dead.
I mean, yes, at least you're dead.
At
But
least you're dead.
man, I don't think like on his Wikipedia page, there has to be a bit on there.
It is. I'm sure it says that.
Man, there's a couple moments like that of people who died and like famous last words, like Pancho Villa. You know Pancho Villa, like the Mexican revolutionary. He's like a famous.
I've heard of him.
Famous bandito going up and down like Texas and Mexican border and shit. Real famous, like kind of like think of him like an Al Capone sort of guy, like famous criminal sort of thing. And anyways, he's infamous and all this. Anyways, he's killed in like a drive-by sort of thing. And like his last words were like, wait, tell them I said something great before I died. And then he died. He couldn't think of anything. That was his last words. But it's so human, you gotta like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
There's another one in the Civil War. It was the first. It was like a big major battle at the beginning, and there was this Union general, and he was commanding his men, and there's bullets going everywhere, and it's one of the first battles, so they're not it's a little chaotic on the field and stuff like that. So he shouts at these men. He's like, stop hiding. These Confederates couldn't hit an elephant at this distance. And he got fucking blown in the head with a sniper rifle right when he said this. like before he could finish distance. You
Think
know?
he had a death wish? I mean, that's just stupid.
Well, there's a lot of stupid shit like Horatio Nelson, the famous English Admiralty guy. Like it is the big battle of Trafalgar, which is like his defining battle where the French are officially defeated. He's like marching up and down the deck of his ship in a uniform covered in medals, like just medals everywhere. So everybody knows who he is. So he's just immediately sniped by a sniper, like on another ship, because he's just covered in medals and shit.
Arrogance, man.
Arrogance. Pride cometh before the fall. Vanity. It's all vanity.
Do you remember what the topic was?
Fuck. It was who would you fight?
What?
Who would you fight?
It was the gay men,
Oh, was it? Oh.
straight men in the gay world.
Oh yeah.
Fred, my gay buddy back in West Palm Beach, told
Sure.
me. He told me one day when he came to work, he was at a bar, and he said this guy came in, and the guy was definitely straight, like
Okay.
look straight, shadow, just like good looking straight guy. They were drinking, and the guy was like, "I've been curious. I just want to try."
Well,
And Fred was like, "I was happy to indulge," and they ended up fucking. I was like, "Fred, do you think it was his first time?" He's like, "I don't know." He wasn't sure.
I'm not. Let me tell you something. I got to meet Fred, and I liked Fred. One of the funniest human beings on the
Fucking
face of the earth.
amazing writer.
Amazing guy. But can we honestly say that Fred had genuine empathetic abilities, where he was able to read people?
Oh no, he said he wasn't sure.
See, I don't know, man. I really do believe that some people just. I believe gay is kind of like a stench. You smell it.
Definitely can smell it. Yeah.
It's like this thing that it's just like, I don't know. It's almost like I can walk into a room and be like, oh yeah, there's one around here, something like that.
Yeah.
And it might just be like barely registering.
So
on the
you've never
radar.
had a situation like that.
No. I mean, because number one, I'm usually like the straightest acting person in the room.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is great because people are into that,
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm trying really hard. I'm racking my brain thinking of like, I've met a couple Texas dudes who definitely like they're just barely registering, but they always have just a little something. You know what I mean? I'm thinking of one guy in particular. He was like he worked at like the water treatment plant in Lubbock. Like he was like an engineer of some kind, but he like dealt with water and like balancing it all out and stuff like a real blue collar dude.
Uh-huh.
And like, fucking always wore a hat and just didn't care about fashion and just, I wear my Dickies jeans and I was like, got the scruff going on and sort of talk like this, that sort of thing. But even him, he had a couple tattoos that gave him away. Like he had a fucking.
So you think the guy was full of shit?
Oh no,
He'd done it before.
he fucking blew me. Of course he.
No, I mean in Fred's story.
I'm going to say
Probably.
yes.
Yeah. So it's not.
Yes.
You don't really run into a straight guy saying, "I
Have
want
you,
to."
okay, Chase? Have you ever been curious enough to try?
No.
Exactly.
No.
I mean, there are. See, this is controversial, but I don't really believe in bisexual either. You know
For
what I
men.
mean? Like, yeah, because what I mean is like, I've met a lot of gay dudes who. That's what you say. That's the first thing you say when you come out. Oh, I'm bi.
Easier.
I think I'm bi.
It's easier.
Yeah,
Sure.
exactly. And like, I believe in degrees of sexuality. Like, I can find women to be beautiful, genuinely beautiful. Fuckable though, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
And I think that it's the same for straight guys. Like, they can find men to be beautiful. Like Brad Pitt. You can't tell me Brad Pitt's not a handsome man.
What about your buddy Dane? Didn't he fuck women and men?
Yeah.
See, so that's bisexual.
Well, but here's the thing about Dane. He's into chicks with dicks.
So what is he?
I don't.
He needs a bit of both.
Yeah.
I've worked with this guy, Jack. You met Jack at the front desk, and he he was married to a woman.
I liked Jack.
I really like Jack. I still do. And Jack was like, you know what I wanted, Chase? Both. I would love to have a relationship with a man and a woman. And I genuinely believe that.
See, but is that bi necessarily?
Right?
I mean, like, because here's what I mean. Like when I think bi, it means like oh, I'll have sex with a man or a woman. But really, what Jack is and what Dane is they want both.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they want to experience both simultaneously, almost. You know?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So I think there's a distinction to be made there. You know, I don't know, man. I just like. I think about certain people we may know, like some sexually adventurous people who might like to have things stuck up their butt, you know? Part of me wonders, like, okay, if you're a straight dude who loves having shit stuffed up your butt, in particular, maybe like giant
on your
black-
birthday getting fucked with a strap on?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, part of me wonders, you know, if maybe you would take the real thing, you know?
You know, I could be.
Could be.
Could be.
It could be.
You know, that's an interesting point that they want them both simultaneously.
Yeah. This I remember. I'll never forget Dane saying that. Chick with a dick. Like he wanted both, you know? Like it was he had such a weird story. He was in Hawaii. He came to visit me on the Big Island.
I remember.
And at the very end of it, he like walked out of the room butt naked. And he was like, "You want to have sex?" And I refused him. I fucking refused.
You've told me. Why did you refuse him?
Because I was fucking like,
shocked.
I was like, I tried to be like, I think I had some kind of sense of like puritanical virtue or something like that. Like part of me was just like, this is wrong. I can't do that, you know. And it was I can hear because I gave him like a lecture after it. Like, dude, like I'm your friend, I'm your buddy. We can't be doing that shit, you know. And I just regret, so much regret. I totally would have like we should have fucked like animals, you know. He contacted me a little while ago, as a matter of fact. He got hold of me on LinkedIn. He's fucking doing great. He's got like his own business in Colorado.
Good for him.
Yeah, he's doing great. But yeah, I'll never forget that. That's a regret in my life. We should have fucked like animals. We should have done it.
I guess it would probably change the dynamic of the relationship, though.
Yeah, but I mean, I have a lot of gay friends who I fucked. A lot of we fucked and now we're friends. You know, it happens all the time.
It's very different with women.
Mm.
You know, you're friends and you fuck them.
Do you have any female friends?
That's all I had in Asia.
In Vietnam?
In?
No. I'm talking about no. Wait, hold on. I'm talking about friends who are with you till the end.
If I stay in touch with them, they would be. All my main core.
But you're not going to stay in touch with them.
Yeah, that's what I do. Yeah, I know. It's too hard, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like 3 chicks there and 2 or 3 guys. How am I supposed to stay in touch with all them? Yeah, it takes effort.
Once a month.
That's asking a lot.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. I'm not good at it. It's probably a good idea, though.
Yeah. I'm just saying that female friends have you tried with you fucked them and then tried to be friends?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's possible. They always move on, though. Once they get in a new relationship, that fades away.
Okay. I guess that's just the nature of the beast.
It's the nature of the beast, brother.
Yeah. Well, you endured a lot, Chase, and now you made it, you know. Hey, it's all right. We're at 59 minutes and 10 seconds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We made it to the end.
I don't know how the topics went exactly, but it was still it was an interesting little experiment.
I see. That's the thing, man. We're going to get off topic. It's inevitable.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate that they're there, but
we can't even remember what we were talking about.
And I'm not even high.
You're not, yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, that's who we are. Now, how do you describe that? I'm not too sure. That's flow.
It was, you know, it
Flow.
flows from thing to thing. we covered some interesting stuff, and like some of those topics are so chaste.
Who would you fight?
All right, but that led me to the waffle question as well.
That's an ancient question. That's been around for a while.
The waffle one?
Waffle pancakes. I've been talking about that since high school.
We're not talking about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, let's call it a day then. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, man. That's gonna do it for us. We'll see you next time. Bye.